Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson, and today Teddy borrowed $100,000 from Miss Yeboah. She charges him 7% annual simple interest for 10 years. Miss Yeboah wants to know how much interest will Teddy have to pay. So we're going to talk today about simple interest. The formula for simple interest to calculate it would be I equal PRT. I stands for the amount of interest that's either earned or paid, because if it's earned, if you put money in a bank, you would earn interest. If it's paid, like in Teddy's case, he'd have to pay Mr. Boa interest on the money that he borrowed. P stands for the principal. That's the amount borrowed or invested. R stands for the rate of interest. We usually express it as a decimal, but if we have a calculator, we can use it as a percent. And T stands for the number of years, and the important thing is years because it's annual, the money is invested or borrowed. All right, Jen deposited $750 in her savings account. She had the money in the account for 18 months without making any deposits or withdrawals. The account earns 2% annual simple interest. How much money did Jen earn in simple interest? Well, our formula is I equal PRT. So we need that formula to help us figure out the interest. So we're looking for the simple interest that she earned for 18 months of leaving her money in the bank. So I noticed 18 months is not a year, because 12 months make a year, and I'd have 6 more months left over. So 6 months is half of a year. So 18 months is equal to a year and a half. So 1.5 years. Now, let's get our calculator and type this information in. So she had $750 is the principal. We're going to multiply that by the rate of interest, which is 2%, which the bank is paying her. And we're going to multiply that by not 18 months, because time has got to be expressed in years. So that's 1.5 years, 1.5 years. So 1.5. And when I multiply that, I get 2250. That is the amount of interest that Jen will earn for the 18 months of leaving her money in the bank. So again, I equals PRT, and I is equal to the $750. We're going to multiply that by the rate of interest times 1.5. And again, why I did not use 18 months is because I have to express the time T in years. So 18 months is 12 months plus 6 months, and 12 months is 1 year, and 6 months is half, or 0.5 of a year. So when I multiply that with my calculator, I get $22.50. Nice problem. Here's a problem for you. Johan put $1,260 in a savings account that earns 3% simple interest per year. He does not make any deposits or withdrawals. How much money will be in Johan's account after 2 years? So that's a nice problem for you. So check your answers. If you if you understand the problems, thank you for understanding. But in case you're not sure, write down your problems and questions and bring them in tomorrow, and we'll go over it again. Here is another question that we started off, and I was curious how much money in interest would Teddy have to pay. So using that formula, I equal P times R times T. $100,000 was the principal, 7% was the interest rate, and that's charged every year for 10 long years. So notice it's in years, so I don't have to change anything. So multiply all of that out with my calculator, I get 70,000. That's a lot of money you'd have to pay, Teddy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, remember, write me and like me on YouTube. See you next time. Bye.